Students, in this class, let us learn some techniques for writing precisely. What is that? Precisely means beautifully, in short, and in beautifully in a very meaningful way. So, writing is an important skill in academic context and at the workplace. So, when we are at a workplace as well as when you are studying as a student, writing is an important skill. In colleges and universities, we write assignments, long essays, theses, reports, and articles. So in college, we do all these things. And at the workplace, we write emails, reports, project proposals, notices, minutes, and memos, among others. So many things we do at workplaces. However, conveying ideas and messages effectively and precisely in writing can be challenging. So conveying ideas, whatever we write, if it is conveyed properly to the others, then to convey it properly to others is a challenging act. It calls for a detailed understanding of language and grammar and vocabulary, writing conventions and organizational patterns of different kinds of text. So conveying what we wrote, whatever we wrote, if it is conveyed properly to others means then we can consider to be a good writer. But it is a very challenging act. To do that, we need to practice some strategies for effective writing and writing precisely. Because writing is a very important skill at workplace, at academic context, as a student, as a teacher, for everyone. For a literate, writing is very, very important. To make it possible, these are some strategies for effective writing. First one, understand the task at hand, read the questions carefully, identify keywords, and note what exactly you need to do. So understand the task, what is given to you. Task means work or activity, what is given to you at hand, and read the questions carefully and identify the keywords and write notes on it. For instance, in some cases, you may just have to present details in an organized way, whereas in some other cases, you are required to add your personal evaluative comments as well. So sometimes you have to read and write whatever is there, you have to reproduce it out. But in some other cases, when you are writing, you need to analyze it, you have to write your personal evaluative comments on that. So understand the task at hand and do all the formalities to do writing. That is one technique. Second one, prepare an outline for your write-up based on the task requirement. Second one is you have to prepare an outline for your write-up. First, you start an outline, then based on the task requirements, you may do it. Okay. For this, you may include writing paragraphs, how much space for each component, what you have to exclude, what you have to include, all these things you need to do. And coming to third, based on your outline, search for credible sources of information and read them carefully. Based on your outline, you have to do credible sources, research on internet and books, and you can get the verifiable, authentic information. Authentic means truth, genuine information. And fourth point, make notes while reading. When you are reading, just don't read all the pages together like that. When you are reading, just take notes. Now also when I am teaching to you, just take notes, one or other important, brief, not complete. Brief notes you can take down. And fifth point, understand organizational patterns of text. Organizational patterns of text, understanding them is very, very important. For instance, an argumentative essay needs to have a clear position on an issue supported by evidence and arguments. An email has to have a clear subject line and convey the message as briefly as possible. And the sixth point, write the first draft based on your readings. And seventh one, read your draft carefully. Make sure you have included all main points. Your first goal is to achieve content accuracy. So draft it and make sure you write all the main points in the draft, and then content accuracy is there or not, you need to cross-check it. Next, edit your text for redundancy, repetition of words. Unnecessary jargon means words used by particular profession people. You should not use jargons, unnecessary jargons, vague expressions, and grammatical inaccuracies. And ninth, combine short sentences into compound and complex sentences. Ensure variety in length and type of sentences. How to make, what is the sentence requirement? You need to do it. 10th, proofread your text for typos and punctuation mistake. Typos means typically if you are writing something, if you are typing something, typos, mistakes may come. So punctuation marks, typos should be carefully redone. Do not depend on grammar and spell check alone for the spelling check and grammar check. Don't go for this competition, these sort of things. Don't go for this means you can go for that, but don't depend alone on these things. You have to do manually also. Read the full text once before finalizing it. You can ask for feedback from teachers or friends if possible. So when you do, after doing all these 10 steps, understand the task at hand, prepare an outline for your writer based on the task requirements, make notes while reading, understand organizational patterns of text, and write the first draft based on your readings, and read your draft carefully, edit your text for redundancies, unnecessary jargons, and all those things. Combine short sentences if needed into complex compound, and if it is not needed, make it into short. Proofread your text for typos and punctuation marks, and later, after doing all these things, read the full text once before finalizing it. So you can take help of your teachers or friends for their support. And this is about writing skills or techniques for improving writing precisely. This is a very important technique which you should learn when you are doing writing.